Alright, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program. Targeted Individual Experience. Oh yeah. Yeah, just had to just get a few items. And look. Again, the very subtle form of targeting, right? What they do. The very form of targeting. So again, I go into the grocery store and get to the cashier, and talk about how whenever they give me the receipt, right? Particularly, let's say if I grab the receipt with my thumb, right? They will start doing all these hand signals, right? They will start putting their hands over their stomach. Their arms, I should say. So they will take the lower half of their arms, and put it right across their stomach, or they will do the fist down, like closed fists, right? All of a sudden they'll just drop their hands with their fists closed, right? I see her stalking. I see her stand up in the corner there, stalking me. Soon as she sees me, she walks to the end of the, let me show you guys. See? You see? Again, just that's what it is they do, right? Because, they're a bunch of stalkers. I got to cross the street. Oh yeah, license plate FL211ABT. Because when she did that, the vehicle turned, right? So I could tell that they were coordinating their attack. I talk about the colors, right? The use of colors. Right, and so forth, because this is what they do. This is how they engage in the targeting, right? And the use of color warfare, color psychological warfare. Right, and I think I explained the use of the color gray. The gray is just to give you a sense of neutrality, to neutralize, also to send a message of neutralizing the target. Right? Look at that, almost damn crash. Same vehicle too. Same vehicle too. Not watching where he's driving. Right, so the color gray. When the FBI talk about neutralizing potential black leaders. And so how are they going to do it? Not only through infiltration, but psychological warfare, technological warfare, right? Covert warfare, covert drugging, the use of honey traps, the use of sonic weapons to manipulate our minds. They weaponize everything. All right, talk about that. We have to really understand, really learn, observe, study what it is that they do to us, and come back with not only to be defensive about their attacks, but also offensive, attacking them in the same manner that they attack us, that they come into our community and attack us, do the same thing to them that they do to us. Right? Because as long, this is why, like I said, they keep pushing Christianity within the black community. This is why the majority of our women are the most believers in terms of every group of women in America, right? They are in the high, almost 90 percentile, whereas other groups of women are in the low 60s and low 50s, okay? But our women and our men, the men are the second highest, right? But when you look within our group and our community, our men and women, they're the ones that's losing jobs by the boatloads, right? They're the ones that's losing jobs by the boatloads. Okay? All right, within the past year, all right, about over, probably more than maybe 400,000 black women. And then in the space of less than 5 months, 500,000 black men. When you look at this racist administration, the promotion of women and black men in the military, they are denying women and black men promotions in the military. All right? So yeah. But Negropeans love to talk about how there's no such thing as racism. Well, they're getting a big example of racism that they want to deny, that they want to tell their children doesn't exist, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like when I talk about mind control, and not just me, but others, you know, I don't have a big platform, and I don't need a big platform, because they're going to sabotage every effort for my channel to grow. Like I tell you, I've been on YouTube for well over 2 decades. It took me over a decade to amass just 700 and something subscribers, right? Now, we in the TI community, I know there are other TIs that have YouTube channels, but because, you know, they talk about God and this and that, you know, they're in the tens of thousands of subscribers. When I talk about what's going on, I give you guys the technological facts, the psychological facts, right? I talk about what they do in politics, what they do in many different aspects within our society, organizations, industries, you know, to give you guys a more well-informed and well-rounded you know, knowledge and information about what's going on. But as long as they got you believing that in your religion, that the only thing that you need to do is pray and have faith. You know, when the Bible tells you faith without works is dead, right? So it doesn't just mean, and I'm talking to the wealthy people amongst us, you know, that means that, you know, you create businesses, right? Just like you have a Best Buy, you have a Newegg, you have an Amazon. You know, you get your resources together and you contact the same thing as how Amazon contact manufacturers in China. We could do the same, right? But we are conditioned not to. And not only are we conditioned not to, but we are sabotaged to where they set us up. And every effort that we make, you know, it is to keep us from advancing our people, right? And they'll get the Sambos and Sambinas in your community, the Negro Peace in your community to engage in the destructive behavior because they themselves, they think that they're so righteous. Like I said, righteousness can be used as a call for evil. And that's what they do. Make no mistake about it. Right? You had Pete Hegseth talk about their righteous war against the Arab nations. Right? But you Negropeans will talk about righteousness. As I said, I don't believe in righteousness. I believe in goodness. Right? Because guess what? As a good person, you're going to do good by yourself, for yourself, as well as the people around you. When you're a righteous person, you're doing things based off of an ideological concept of your God telling you what to do, even though your Bible tells you that your God don't speak to you. But your religious leaders, your political leaders, who are in positions of power, who want to wage their delusional wars. And again, this is all mask, using religion to mask the profiteering of the private military-industrial complex, the profiteering of the billionaires and millionaires elite class, right? And you guys fall for it because, again, the believer's mindset is something that they understand. It's something that they promote. And it's something that they know that with those, when you're in a position of authority, those with the believer's mindset will follow your every command. All right? Talk to you guys in the next video.